All right, welcome everybody to the June reward, which is kind of like May and June together. Initially, I was planning on this being something about context and manipulators and offsetting evaluation of the rigs to the manipulation and so on. To get to that point, there's a lot that needed to be established, and I recorded so much material and I was editing and I was trying to piece it back together that eventually became clear that it was just impossible to do that in one go. So we are gonna spread that over 2 or 3 months, really. And the first part of this, which is still a considerable amount of video, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it, is actually the anatomy of Maya nodes. And the other reason why I ended up reformatting it like this is that between everything that we've already discussed on stream for the graph evaluation and the recent C++ mini-series and so on, I think this is a great time to actually introduce not just what these nodes do or the theory of how to offset the evaluation of a rig to a different context than the evaluation graph, but it's also a great way to introduce a little bit of node writing. So this is not really a C++ series, but it should be pretty approachable. So if you're willing to, read some web pages as you go through these, if you know enough Python and so on, it might also be your introduction to writing nodes in C++. So to make a long story short, the content that follows is gonna talk about what Maya nodes exist, why they exist and so on, how they interact with the graph. And we are gonna go over implementing MPX nodes and MPX transfer nodes and what they do and so on. And this is to build up to eventually evaluation context nodes, the view context kind of nodes such as manip containers and so on. I hope this doesn't put people off C++ because the syntax and what Maya forces to jump, what hoops Maya forces you to jump through is not super friendly. But it's actually really not that hard. And I think that coupling the implementation together with the theoretical explanations and all the doodling will actually help solidify the understanding of these things. I hope you enjoy it. Now, if you're seeing this intro, if you're seeing the playlist with this intro in it on YouTube, or you're downloading the videos, I've also decided that I'm gonna make the rewards available as private YouTube, non-public, unlisted YouTube playlists as well, so that people get the re-encodes instead of just the massive 1440p files. The same that's been said for everything else before stands true, which is please don't share these with non-patrons. Eventually, maybe they'll go public one day, but for now, keep them precious. So thank you very much for watching the intro, and let's actually move on to the meat of the content.